Oh, sorry, we are live. Yeah.
Oh, all right.
I apologize. Whoever's on now is really upset with you.
Hey, they'll notice the band is standing.
Is it still while you all alone? I'm standing out your window. Your little sister cannot come inside there. I won't show you all my love. I won't be the only one. I won't be like nobody ever, baby. Little sister, can't you find another way? No more living life behind a shadow. Little sister, can't you find another way? No more living life behind a shadow. You whisper secrets in my ear, slowly dancing cheek to cheek. Such a sweet thing when you open up, baby. You say you're lonely till you're wrong. Come together 'cause I understand just who you really are, yeah, baby. Little sister, can't you find another way? No more living life behind a shadow. Little sister, can't you find another way? No more living life behind a shadow.
And now, introducing the host of this show, it's your two-time President's Club Award winner, Pete Van Dyke, folks.
We should get in the light. We should get in the light. There we go. How you doing, everybody? I'm Pete Van Dyke, host of Live from the Dutch Hall. Thank you very much for joining us. If you don't know already, if you haven't listened to this program, you guys can sit down. Yeah. Have a seat. Yeah, no. There's some time here. We can work it in. You can stand up and sit down and all the stuff you got to do.
It's like we're at church.
Take it easy. Yeah, it's like
So
Catholic
much room
Church.
for activities.
This is fun, isn't it? It's way better. Having the room to move is way more fun. But anyways, I'm Pete Van Dyke. I'm a host of this program live from the Dutch Hall. And if you don't know, before I was the glorious host of Canada's only late night talk show, I was, before that, I was a filthy banker for 15 years. Filthy banker for 15 years. The source of great shame in my life. And one of the dreams I always had was maybe one day doing a show where I could totally burn every bridge that I ever built in my whole life that would create a safety net for me to maybe support my children, to feed my family, to do the things you need to do to get through life, to save for my retirement, all that stuff I would like to throw away in order to have dignity and not be a filthy banker, right? So some people say, Pete, you're being hard on yourself. You've been through this for so many years. You were a good man. You did an honest job. You fed your family. You did the things you needed to do to provide, you know? And I say to them, I say to that, I go, that's like being really proud of being a good prostitute, you know? It's like, you know, some chicks out with their friends, and then they're going through her house, and they're like, Helen, your house is beautiful. And like, what do you do for a living? And Helen's like, I'm in sales.
Pounding the pavement.
I'm in sales. I'm the top saleswoman in my stable of hoes. Right? My stable of hoes. That's what it feels like. There's no pride in providing and becoming rich off of being a whore, is what I'm saying, you know? I look at my job at as being a banker, and I look at it like it was something I hated that I thought was despicable, but it turns out I was really good at, and I actually got awards for it. They sent me around the world for it, you know? So I was like, it reminds me of, it's like if you were the type of guy who was like, every time he got extremely uncomfortable, his asshole would become incredibly loose, you know? You know how sometimes when you're like uptight, your asshole become incredibly puckered, you know? Like that's normally the response, is that your asshole become incredibly puckered, right? But this fella had the opposite reaction. Instead of his asshole becoming puckered when he became like concerned or worried, his asshole become incredibly loose and open to the world, you know? And so, as it turns out, this made him a perfect candidate for gay porn. Eh? This guy wasn't gay. As it turns out, he was extremely homophobic. Extremely homophobic. Every time he would be around a gay situation, it would become very uncomfortable. But you know what would happen when he become very uncomfortable? His asshole would become incredibly loose, allowing for multiple cocks to be shoved up his ass to the point where he would be recognized in the AVN Awards for Best Anal Gangbang because of his loose asshole. It was the worst day of his life. His asshole couldn't have accepted more cocks. It was just, it was so loose because he was so uncomfortable, you know? Anyways, the guy achieved greatness, you know, in his job. And after multiple years of showing his talents, you know, he just sat back, and one day he was sitting on a couch, you know, he's just looking down at his fucking prolapse rectum, the old pink sock that used to be his asshole, you know, just dangling from his butt cheeks, you know. And he says, you know, is this all worth it, or am I just doing this for the money, you know? That's kind of how I felt being a banker. No. Anyway, so as a result of that, it's a dream of mine to do what I'm going to do tonight, which is to absolutely burn down every bridge so I never have to go back to doing the dirty job of being a banker. And tonight we're going to do it with the help of the greatest band in Canadian late night history, The Nocturnal Emissions. So let's hear it for them, everybody.
Yeah!
Thank you very much. Welcome everybody live from the Dutch Hall.
Hello.
We are the Canada's only late night talk show and the greatest podcast ever come out of a pool shed in Pine Grove, Ontario, bar none. And I believe we are that way because we have the greatest band in Canadian late night history, The Nocturnal Emissions, that are here tonight, everyone. And then, just to go around the room, I got to tell you, I don't even look at them right now as a group of individuals. I look at Mike. You can turn around and look at me. It's only us
You're
here.
in behind me.
Move that microphone. You got two hands. You can do it. Charge you two. You can look right at me.
Rules. Up, I'm down.
Yeah, you can come sit in this chair. You can take it right out of the stand. We're mobile. It's a real fun environment that we're in. But anyways, I wanted to say, greatest band Canadian. I don't look at you tonight as a group of individuals. I look at you as a fucking band standing up and kicking ass. And it feels good, right? It feels good.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah. And I saw Mike did it first. And then you guys looked at how much fun Mike was having. Then all of a sudden, Steve stood up. Steve's like, fuck this. I ain't going to let Mike have all that fun when I want to have some of that fun. And then all of a sudden, it was Wes, because Wes is no dummy, right? Even Kevin stood up as the drummer.
He did.
Because he was envious of how much fun you're having. And it's perfectly acceptable in rock and roll circles for the drummer to sit down, surely.
Sure.
But Kevin even stood up. And then lastly, old stingy Charters. Stuck to his old ways, eh, Dave?
I was happy about getting the strap out of my case and standing up with my bandmates. That was great.
You dropped the pickle out of your ass and you fucking stood up and rocked out, eh, buddy?
Just puckered right up.
Well, I want to say, Charters, Dave the Rooster Charters, the man that writes the music for the show, that let's hear it for him.
Hey.
It was his birthday yesterday.
Happy birthday, old
The
cock.
old cock, halfway to 90. And Charters, I got to tell you, you do something with your family that I think is very beautiful. And in fact, I hope that other people will listen to what you do with your family. I hope they'll replicate it in their family. I hope that they will. It will become a tradition that'll go on for generations for many families once they hear what you've done, because it's so beautiful what you do with your kids. Number one, let's establish this to the general public. Charters never pulls out. He just leaves it be, and his sperm's not that good. It's just like, but he made the mistake, or his sperm ended up succeeding 4 times, right? 4 times it
That's
found
right.
its way to the egg.
No mistakes.
No mistakes ever? All of them deliberate.
No fear.
No fear, right? You just like plug your nose and plant deep, right? That's what you got to do. I agree too, Dave. I will never pull out again. That is a promise I made to myself years ago.
Right
I
after
am-
my vasectomy.
I have never. Yeah. Once you get a vasectomy, it's like, and anyone asks you to pull out, you're like, no, never.
That's not happening.
No, I don't care if I was to, like, obviously I'm a married man, happily married man now. Of
course.
But if James get hit by a bus and all of a sudden I would become single again, and I'd be out there just fucking everyone, I would.
With your pink sock.
No, that's my asshole, Dave.
Yeah, he's
And
gonna
it was
tuck that
a
in.
metaphor
tuck
for doing what you do as a master ministry. I was trying to
Okay.
teach you that.
Okay.
Didn't you learn that? You know metaphor, Dave?
Yeah.
You're more of a literal guy? Is that perhaps the case? How do you think we can do this where you can look at me? Can you just like swivel your
I can
chair?
see you right there on the TV. It's perfect.
Fuck, you guys love watching yourself on TV. But we're a bunch of human beings in a room, Dave.
That is true.
Yeah, we are. And while we're
figure that.
settling our troubles, Dave, I like to get my troubles out of the way with Dave the Rooster Charters while we're bringing it up, making the show all about him again. I'm going to say, Dave, last week I had an altercation with you, and I want to just bring it up on air. And because I actually thought about it for an entire week. Since last week's show, I've been thinking about it the whole time.
Okay.
Do you know what it is? Okay, remember we have now we have Tyler Shazma, a 3-camera crew.
Was
right?
it when you said one of my you were going to put one of my family in the death pool?
No.
I thought
But your
that might
look
have
on
been
your
it,
face was like a real serious, like you're gonna punch me, man. I thought you were really gonna kill me because I knew how much you don't like rooting for people to die. And then I'm telling you to your face, for no real
Yeah, I didn't like
provocation, I spun something into making it look like you did something to deserve it, but you didn't. Like you were being a good guy, right? And then I told you that horrible thing about your family, that it was just to make fun of you for looking like Greg the Hammer Valentine.
Pretty much twins.
The old
Yeah,
turnaround.
Rosy cheeks.
Yeah, don't you understand the pleasure of that joke to get you so worried that I'm gonna like mention one of your loved ones, you know, one of your most cherished people in the world. But as it turns out, I'm just gonna call you like a no neck, you know, fathead
Blonde
Polak.
haired.
Pitbull.
No big deal, right?
Good
It was an
wrestling.
innocent bunch of jovial back and forth amongst friends. Don't you think?
Yeah.
You seem like week after week you're getting more and more perturbed with me. That's what it really seems like. Anyway, so I'm going to tell the story here why I was concerned for a week. We have a 3-camera crew with Tyler Shasma now, and we're looking for some people that might be interested in the television media business, you know, as youngsters who might be interested in working a camera now and again. It'll be like they can be having Shasma in their headphones telling them what to do to pan and dolly and, you know, shift over there, get a 2-shot, a 1-shot, you know,
Cut their
whispering sweetly in their ears, you know. That's what Shasma's going to do for you. And I said, you know, Charge, what about one of your offspring? You got so many of them. Why don't you just throw one or two of them at us? And then we would be able to use them for the show. And truth be told, Dave told me, you know what? My one son's a little too young for that, Pete. I got to tell you right off the hop. The other son, I'm going to tell you right now, he's going to love it. He's going to love it, right? Okay, so then I tell my kids, the one son's going to love it. He's going to do it. And then they're always telling me, my kids, your show is stupid, and I don't think it's cool at all. I don't want to be a part of it in any way, shape, or form. So then but as soon as I heard one of Dave's kids was helping out, they were like, oh, I get to spend time with one of Dave's kids. They think he's cool, and they get along real great. So they're going to do it. So I say, Dave, hey, you know, my kids are real thrilled that your kid's going to be doing this because they want to spend time with him. And then he says, you know, my kid's too young for that shit, Pete. You should know better than that. That's what you did. You schooled me, Dave. You scolded me almost, right?
Yeah. Well, I don't know if I scolded you. I said I think the content of the show is a bit heavy for a 15-year-old kid.
Right. That's what you said.
Yeah.
But on the phone, when I proposed the idea to you, not the case.
No,
Not at all the opinion of yourself.
that's right. But the difference
It
is
was-
on
the
the
difference-
phone when you called me that night, I was
Yeah.
drunk.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I was a nice Tuesday night drunk. And I think it was a Tuesday.
It's a good night for a drunk.
Yeah. And I wasn't thinking straight, Pete.
Really?
But
Because
thank goodness I got my wits about me last week because after tonight's monologue there, I think I made the right decision.
Why, you don't think your boy should know about the corporate world being a bunch of fucking getting ass raped by people?
I think they could.
I would
learn
love
it.
to tell
I
your
think they
son
could
about
learn it with
that.
a
I
different
actually might call
metaphor,
him up
that's all.
tonight just to tell him, hey, son of my friend Dave, I'll say to him,
Unnamed.
I'll say, I think of you as a nephew, even though you were a second cousin once removed.
Yeah, they actually call you Uncle Pete.
Yeah, I know they do. And I love your kids like my own kids, Dave. I would never expose them to something. I would put my own kids in the thing. What I'm saying is that
doesn't
what I'm
make it right.
asking them to do may not be stand in front of me saying the C word in front of them all the time and telling like old stories about how you used to masturbate in public or something like that, you know, to embarrass you in front of your kids, which would be fucking so funny if I could do that in front of even things that aren't true like that. I just made that up. He doesn't masturbate in public,
That would work.
but I could say that in front of his kid when he was here, you know. Maybe it's a good idea that you don't ever let him in, Dave. Because
I'm starting to lean that way.
no, all I'm saying is, Dave, you got to have more trust in me because I would never expose your child to something that's inappropriate. I wouldn't.
God forbid.
Okay.
I wouldn't have done that bit if I looked over and I saw a guy that considered my nephew running the camera. I wouldn't talk about cocks in my ass 10 deep, you know?
Pink socks.
Pink sock when it's all like stretched out like an elephant trunk, you know? Just sucked right back out. All the damage that's been done with years of pounding in my own ass. I wouldn't say that in front of your kid, Dave.
I'm kind of wishing you wouldn't say it in front of me.
Me too.
You know, if we're putting it out there.
That's a good point. That's a fair point. All right, let's get on with this. We had some business to take care of before we get to our segment. We have business to take care of. Number one, Death Pool was last week.
Hey,
And this is a record. In 1 week, we already have money being paid out to the first to die. Michael Bowe, everyone. Michael Bowe.
Yeah, baby.
And now, as it turns out, Mike Bowe does not know
No idea.
who
I
has died.
hear rumbles. I come in tonight. People are thinking I'm excited here. I have no clue who I picked.
No,
I'm already feeling bad about it.
No, Charles is shaking
I
his
thought you were
head.
going to say I have no clue who died, but you have no clue who you picked.
No clue who I picked or who died.
Yeah.
Well, how do you want to do this? Like, what's the best way? Drum roll?
Yeah, drum roll.
Let's do the
Surprise.
drum roll, Kev. French Stickler, Kev Belanger on drums, everyone. Michael's dead person is Bob Cole.
No, it is not.
Bob Cole.
Fuck. God damn that pick.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Serious?
see?
Your Bob Cole pick was just like my Gord Downey pick. It was a dirty, dirty pick.
I don't believe it. Was he not at the fucking Leafs game last night?
Maybe he's dead now.
Oh,
You know what? You can be
That's
alive 1
heartbreaking.
minute and dead the next. That's how it happens.
I
sometimes.
hate winning this. I want to donate my money to CBC.
No, don't give it a
This is
CBC.
bullshit.
Give it a Newfoundland somehow.
Is that where he's from?
Yeah, just chuck it in
Okay,
Newfoundland.
fair enough. The Newfies.
Yeah,
Yeah.
CBC don't need
I
it.
had no idea.
They don't advertise
They
for a
just,
corporate entity that's just anti-human and made to.
Hockey Night in Canada.
I'm burning bridges, Dave. Huh? Yeah, it's the theme of the show.
I'm
Trying-
upset. If you guys are joking, I'm fucking pissed about this.
No, he's not dead. He's dead for real.
He literally was at the Leafs game and they did a standing ovation for his last. He's dead.
Yeah, last, because that's what I mean. That's why they gave him the standing ovation. He's like, oh, that was
He
nice.
did a whole bunch. He wasn't gonna die the next day.
He did.
God damn it.
Seriously did. They shouldn't have gave him that standing ovation because then he'd still be alive waiting
He
for
was
it.
overwhelmed.
Yeah.
Game sucks.
What he
Job
was is
that
like, that's a
Leaf game.
perfect way to go out. I got a standing ovation at Maple Leaf Gardens. They look like a fucking champion. I'm like gonna fucking die happy. I'm
Fucking
Bob
hope
Cole.
You guys are joking.
No, he's dead. And you get a bunch of money for it, buddy.
I hate this.
That's the beauty of this contest. And I wanted to say one more thing about Bob Cole. His fellow commentating partner, Harry Neal,
Great guy.
still alive and well. Just so you're okay, Michael.
Thank you.
You still got one
I got
half of
Harry
that.
at least, yeah.
Now, if you're not a
Childhood
hockey
memories.
fan and you hear about Bob Cole and Harry Neal, you will oftentimes think of that somehow this is something to do with dirty mouth sex, eh?
Totally.
Because it's a Bob Cole and a Harry Neal. It's like I went to Thailand one time and I paid a girl $100 for a Harry Neal. Eh? I said, before you get to the Harry Neal, you better give me a good Bob Colin, right? And then finish with the Harry Neal, you ho.
Color commentate that shit.
It does sound a little blowjob, eh?
It does, totally.
Yeah. I need a Bob Cole.
What kind of drink you want, Bob Cole?
Sounds like a drink. Definitely sounds like a drink.
Bob, Bob on the Cole, and give me a Harry Neal.
And I'll take a Harry Neal with it.
You always got to finish with a Harry Neal.
It does sound dirty.
It's dirty sounding, right? Both of them. It's like, you ever heard of Neil and Bob? Your friends Neil and Bob, you know? That's like, you ever heard of Larry Fitzpatrick and Patrick Fitzlarry?
Yeah.
Or no, it's a Henry Fitzpatrick and Patrick Fitzhenry. That's I think what it is. They're a gay couple from Ireland. Okay? Harry Fitzpatrick and
classic.
Patrick. Yeah. Patrick. Yeah. Is that a homophobic joke?
I didn't think
I
of
don't
it
know.
that way.
It's not. There's no hate in that. There's nothing insulting towards the two fellas who are in love with one another that fit in each other's assholes. That's the whole point of the joke, eh? Is that their cocks fit in each other's assholes.
Thanks for explaining that.
You're welcome, Dave.
is that what
See,
you
that's what your son could learn if he came here and ran a camera on our show, is he could learn stuff like that.
No,
You
you
know?
can't. You know what? They'd be too busy because they'd have to be fucking focused on what they're doing. That's one big thing about running production stuff.
Yeah, it's true. Because even my daughter, she was at a meeting. She was a waitress at the Hungarian Hall, and there was this big meeting about like important stuff, and it was all to do with weed and stuff.
Yep.
And I said to her, "What was the meeting about?" She goes, "I don't know. I was serving mashed potatoes."
She did a hell of a job. Yeah. I can vouch for it.
It's true. She had no idea what the content was. But anyways, and when we did the television program a few years ago, remember there was that 16-year-old. I'm just saying, a 16-year-old.
Devil's advocate.
And as you know what's worse than this show for content? The school bus.
Yeah.
And they've read that since they're in kindergarten, and they've heard way worse stuff.
More like a prison bus.
You ever see what kids watch on YouTube?
Yeah,
It's a bunch of douchebags from California telling you how much money they have, and then they say fucking horrible stuff. Way worse than us.
Yeah, it's fucking weird, eh?
And little kids like watch it. And then you don't pay attention to them for a second, and they're into it, you know? You can't even put filters on it, Charters. You think you can control that bullshit? You can't, Tiger Dad. You can't, Tiger Dad. Can't helicopter into that bullshit and save them. They're looking at fucking stuff on the internet that you can't even imagine. Their whole world's fucking blown. They're even further along the sexual path than you are, Dave, as an old man. Because they've had the internet since they've been so young, and they've found hacks. You think you've saved it with like safety searches and all that stuff. These fucking kids knew a computer when they were like 3. It's in their bloodstream. They just understand so much more than you. You know, they just had a person that found some sort of a glitch or something with Google. It was like a 14-year-old kid or something that found it and suggested it to him, and they gave him a whole bunch of money because they're the smartest people on computers. You think you're smarter than your kids to protect them from that stuff? You want porn? Those kids got porn.
Oh, thick.
You want a dirtier than Live from the. You want to if they want to listen to Live from the Dutch Hall, Dave, against your wishes. I'll tell you right now, they're doing it,
Yep, they might be doing it already.
and they're hearing me say this stuff right now. That must trouble you. That must jeopardize our friendship almost. Does it?
Nope,
Put pressure on it? No.
0.
I know, because I'm teaching your kid good things. Because even though I say filthy, filthy things on this program, everything we say is noble and just, and in the line of good, Charters. When we're making fun of people, we're punching up, not down. Huh?
Yeah.
Huh? What do you think? Who do we punch down to?
Nobody.
Nobody, right? I think we punch down maybe to the little people, maybe a little bit.
Apparently I punched down to Bob Cole.
But you did. You killed
Kiss of
him.
death, Michael.
You killed him with your vote,
my
according to
fault.
Charters.
I hate
Charters
this
thinks
fucking
that his ego, like just his picks alone, has like made those people like riskier, like their life is somehow in jeopardy this year.
I do feel gross about it, though.
Oh,
That's terrible.
You
first
knew he
pick.
wasn't well. That's why they celebrated his life. If he was healthy, they wouldn't have fucking gave him a standing ovation. They would have said, "Yeah, Bob Cole, he's here again."
Do you think it was like a Gord Downey tour?
Yeah, fuck, they knew he was dying. Bob Cole checked out. He did it right, man.
He did.
Miss you, Bob.
He fucking nailed it.
Bob Cole is a great man, by the way.
Voice of my childhood.
Let's go to cheers to Bob Cole.
Yeah, Bobby boy.
He's the foster hero to my generation.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Just
Anyways, cheers to
heard
Bob
about
Cole. And Charters, that should make you feel better because we're not like happy about his death, right?
No, we're not.
It's actually proven to be opposite for Michael. He shows shame about winning, right? And then we're going to have to pay him money. And then when he gets the money, he's going to be like, this is blood money. I don't deserve this money. This is on my soul. I will take this to my death. And then you have to do something good with that money. So what we've done by doing the death pool, Dave, is we've actually helped society because Michael's guilt will make him give that to a good cause. See how that works? By the way, you pay my wife her fucking $10?
No.
Yeah, you got it in
no.
your wallet?
Let me check.
Oh, you better fucking have it, you cock. I'm going to remind you every week until you pay my wife.
Oh, for last year.
Hey, Jane, I got your $10.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, he's counting.
Take it before he puts it back in his pocket. We do have to get to do some business here. We have a show coming up in Burford, Ontario, with Burford Minor Hockey.
Wow.
Oh, my goodness.
Is that
I
the
don't-
Coyotes?
Oh, yeah.
Are they
The
Burford
Coyotes.
Coyotes?
Yeah.
I thought they were the Bulldogs.
No, the Coyote. That's a junior team. Minor hockey. Coyotes.
The home of the
Oh, the
Rooster.
minor hockey's the Coyotes and just the junior team's the Bulldogs?
You got it, bud.
The home of the Rooster.
The whole.
Home of the Rooster. Good. Rooster
fundraiser.
actually gave us good praise for this show. It's been booked by my good friend and the director of this program, Tyler Shazma. He's put on a great lineup there, consisting of course, Tyler Shazma as our host,
Nice.
Pete Van Dyke as the opener. We got Tom O'Donnell filling it out as a feature, and the headliner of the evening is Tyler Morrison from Fight Stories, and you might have seen him on Your Hood as a Joke or Roast Battles. I don't know if he's on it, but he's a hell of a comedian.
Nice. Whereabouts in Burford?
Oh, at the Horticultural Center.
Oh, there you go.
At the Egg Hall.
Egg Hall.
Ag Hall
yeah.
there. You know, right by the Legion. Is there at the fairgrounds there?
Pretty near.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's a nice spot.
And what I hear is they got a whole bunch of tickets sold, and it's going to be a heck of a time. A bit of a booze fest because we're going to go on early to do the show, and then the bar is going to go afterwards, and it's going to be a heck of a time. So if you don't have tickets already, see if you
Yeah.
can look it up to go to Burford.
I've been to a couple of those, and it's got to feel like a buck and dough or something in there, like
Oh yeah.
they get ready for a nice dance after. Everybody gets drunk during the comedy show. Maybe there might be a few hecklers.
Well, that's why you got to get that
yeah.
show on early, Dave. And that's what I learned from my professional comic friend, Tyler Shazma.
Mm-hmm.
He says you got to get them before they get too drunk.
Yep.
So we're going to get that show started promptly on time.
That makes
so that
sense.
we can make it so that they're just happy when we're performing and they're obnoxious when they're dancing.
Yep.
See? So it works. It's a strategy all the way. And also, we have to talk about a new show that's coming to Delhi, Ontario. It is the very first Spiky Ball Spring Stand-Up Series, which is coming. We have 3 dates booked, one in March, April, and May. Our March headliner is from this hour's 22 Minutes, and you might have seen him on Just for Laughs or CBC. He's been at every comedy festival, I think, in the world. May Scaloni will be coming into Delhi for March. I think it's the 23rd, is it? Steve, you know?
That is correct.
23rd?
3.
And then in April, we will have Tyler Morrison, who we talked about before, coming in. I think it's the 18th. Does that sound right?
26th, I think.
Eh.
Number 3 is the 18th.
26? Oh, the 26th. I'm sorry,
23.
April 26th. And in May, from you might know him from his 2 Comedy Now specials, Gavin Stevens is coming in. Do you know which date in May?
The 18th.
The 18th. There you go. May the 18th. That's our spring comedy series. They're $20 a ticket. You can get them if you give us an email, spikyballstudios@gmail.com. We'll make sure that you get tickets reserved. Also, if you have a local charity, sports team, service club, anybody that would like to look for something to use as a fundraiser, please contact us at spikyballstudios@gmail.com, and we will set it up that a percentage of the ticket sales will go to your service club if you help us fill the room. So, and also, if you'd like to get tickets for the entire spring series, we will have a deal for you that will make it cheaper than if you buy individual tickets. So,
Nice Dutch deal.
a nice Dutch deal. We like to give that to you here.
Commitment.
And it gives us a good opportunity to recognize our primary sponsor of this program, Spiky Ball Studios. You know what, Clean Flow? Hit the curb, buddy.
Whoa!
No, I should say it. Back it up.
Back
Don't
up
hit the curb. Just go slightly below us until you pay us more than what we've invested into our own show. Okay? Because we really do appreciate anything we can get from Clean Flow because they're awesome. But at Spiky Ball Studios, if you guys have any audio or video requirements, if you need voiceover work, if you need a website video, if you need anything that's going to help your marketing plan, you want a radio ad, you want a television commercial, if you have a creative content project and you need to know ways to get it done, we can help you at Spiky Ball Studios. So please contact us, spikyballstudios@gmail.com, and we will help you with any of your media needs. Woo. And that's it. Spiky Ball Studios' first ad. There you go. Now I think we should do a little segment we call feedback. We got feedback.
We got feedback. It's feedback. It's motherfucking feedback.
Welcome to Feedback. We got feedback. This week's segment is brought to you by our friends at Amazon. If you'd like to go to our Life on the Dutch Hall website and click on the Amazon banner, you can do all your shopping, and some of that money is going to come back and help the show. Instead of helping the incredibly rich bald man, that
Suck it, Amazon, man.
yeah, Amazon man doesn't need your money. We do. We're
buying
buy-
a tour bus.
Yeah, we're buying a tour bus. We're going to do great things.
Fuck yeah.
Maybe a Lear jet, maybe like an Elvis jet.
Oh, yeah.
Charters. What do you want? Me and you should all. Remember, we were talking a couple years ago. We were like, we should buy a jet, with all our riches.
We get Paul to fly it.
Paul's going to fly it because I don't want to fly
Paul
it.
can do anything.
I want to drink. Hey? Paul's going to Paul drive anything. You up for being a pilot, Paul?
Sure.
We'll just get my brother to do it. He can fly us around.
Oh, you're going to fire
right.
Paul again? We just found him a job.
Fuck me. I can't even keep a job
co-pilot.
around here.
Co-pilot.
He can be co-pilot for you. You'll need a
For 2
co-pilot.
seconds, the
You'll need a
bartender got to have a job. Well, here's a job for you, Paul. Norpac.
The fucking beef people.
There he is. And who can do that better than my brother Paul? Nobody. Nobody can do that better. Norpac.
The beef people.
People will imitate that. They will try to replicate that, but there is nothing so special as hearing it right out of the horse's mouth. Norpac.
The fucking beef people.
I'll tell you one thing I did.
I don't know what the last one.
This past weekend, I had a nice little tour with one of the main owners of Norpac. Went and checked their beef right front and center. About 3 o'clock in the morning. You know what we do with Norpac?
Murder cow.
Beef people.
No matter how late you are, you make sure that the ladies are happy. You know why? Because they produce good beef, and that makes us happy. It was unbelievable. I had a nice face-to-face meeting with a bunch of the girls, and they were fully pregnant.
You're talking about the cows themselves?
Oh, baby.
Yeah?
It
You
was
met-
unbelievable.
You met actual cows.
I met them.
You were
Face-to-face.
introduced to them?
It's a VIP service.
Really?
Yeah, it was awesome.
I would love to be introduced to the animal before I eat it.
Yep.
I would feel nothing but like I'm dominating you to the point where you're going to be in my belly and shit into my toilet. That's what I will
But
do.
the crazy part is when you're in there, like if they take 3 hard steps, you are toast. You're done.
Tight quarters.
They're stupid as shit and they're easily manipulated. A cow, though.
Apparently so.
Yeah. The cows are easy. They look like they should kill you.
Kill you.
But you would just be like, you just do the littlest thing to a cow and they'll just like bend to your will. They're completely like complacent. Like a horse will put up a fight. You have to break his spirit. A cow has no spirit to begin with.
Just use like Jedi.
I don't know if I
trickery.
agree with that.
A cow is
Mike, have you ever seen this with some of the Norpac cattle with that word?
Yeah.
That
Oh,
is
yeah,
said?
Cobos.
Cobos, yeah.
They
You
come
say
right
the
at you.
word Cobos and they fucking just all look at you and they'll all make a moo sound and they'll come walking towards
Really?
you. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's fucking cool.
Mind control.
really, but pigs are smart too. You can teach a pig to do things. And if you know a goat is like a real crafty individual, an escape artist. A goat will try to get out of everything.
Climb anything. Easy.
Goats are like dogs. And when you go into a goat barn, like where they're milking goats, the goats will all come to you like dogs, like they're eager to see you. They want to be pet on the head and stuff like that. Like that is like, but they're delicious.
They're a real
goat
hit at
curry?
the petting zoo too. The goats. They're always at the petting zoo.
Yeah.
Hey, those little goats.
Yeah. Goats are a big petting zoo animal. Also a llama. Right?
Watch out for the llamas.
Yeah. You'll get a llama at a petting zoo, and they're not much to pet. They kind of feel like gross wool. You ever like pet a sheep? You know?
Like steel hole.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not
Real
it's like
dirty.
I'd rather pet a sweater than pet a sheep because Because a sweater is like at least softer than a sheep's just gross. It's like a dreadlock, you know?
Weather.
Come on. Oh, yeah.
It is. You touch a sheep's wool, it's like dreadlocks. It's just gross. The sheep's not combing his hair every day.
Picture
Sheep's not doing fucking nothing.
Man.
Yeah. You ever see them shear a sheep where they do it all in one thing, where they'll take the whole sheep's skin and everything off in one piece, and then it'll
Stuck
just
together.
huh?
It's all
like a
stuck
ball.
together.
It's all stuck together, yeah, in one piece. It's fascinating, and that sheep looks like naked, and he runs away ashamed. It's hilarious. Anyways, if you don't like animals, it's hilarious, Dave. I wanted to say we had some feedback from Good Time Jane Townsend.
No way.
Good times.
Yeah. She gave us some on Podbean. She says, I enjoyed both the Death Pool show and felt bad about enjoying it at the same time. I am with Charters on that one, she says.
Thank you, good time, Jane.
And
Reasonable. to not
did you
like
notice
it.
that Bailey, too, was here last week? She tried defending you all the time, too. All the girls like to take your side, eh?
Yeah.
They fucking love
Nice.
Dave.
They love
Thank
Dave.
you, girls.
Girls love Dave.
Feels good.
Must be the cock.
I don't know what it is. Well, what do you think it is for real, Paul? Because you're a bit of a Lothario, right? What do you think Charters has that makes women feel like this, like they have to defend them? It's not like they don't feel like strong in Dave's arms. They feel like they have to defend Dave.
But he's a good guy who follows the rules. So he's going to be bullied. So you gotta defend him.
I think Dave's like a ducky, right? Like they like Dave, but they won't fuck him, right?
Ducky, like from The Land Before Time.
No, Ducky from Pretty in Pink.
John Cryer.
Oh, yeah. Ducky.
John, yeah, the guy from the two.
John Cryer.
John Cryer. Molly Ringwald wouldn't fuck John Cryer in Pretty in Pink. No way. She was good friends with him, but she found his dick to be disgusting. Everyone knows that. That's Pretty in Pink. That's the synopsis of the movie, I'm pretty sure.
When you look it up online, that's what it says.
It's in the Coles notes.
Yeah, Molly Ringwald won't fuck Ducky. She's going to fuck Andrew McCarthy. And she's also not going to fuck, what's his name? Spader. James Spader, because he's a real dick.
He is
Right?
a cock.
Andrew McCarthy's rich from the other side of the tracks, but he's like got a heart because he'll fuck a poor chick, right? Unlike James Spader, who thinks she's garbage and won't fuck her, right? Is that Pretty in Pink? That's the second synopsis. There's two storylines of Pretty in Pink. I named them both. Do you?
Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert. Shit. That's what's good about Andrew McCarthy. Oh, he's like handsome, rich, and will fuck a poor girl.
Has no standards.
That's what makes him endearing, right? Am I wrong about that movie?
Nope.
That's just a different time. See, I could teach your son that too, Dave. If he was running my camera, I would say, hey, son of Charters, remember back in the 90s, we used to like appreciate men that would fuck women beneath their social class. Made them popular heroes in our movies, right? And then he would know about a past before he was born, Dave. Don't you think there's a benefit in that? Dave, do you think there's any of this? Instead of it being you being drunk and then eventually coming to your senses, could it also be that you talk with your wife and then your wife told you you're an idiot and then gave you your opinion that you have now?
No, but I will run it by her and see what she thinks.
It doesn't, you've never told her?
No, but I will. Maybe she'll change my mind.
Oh,
What
fuck.
do you think?
Mike, do you believe him?
Yeah, I do.
You believe he never told his wife?
Mike.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm asking Teresa.
Yeah, I don't think
Paul, can you call Teresa now? Is she awake?
Yeah, good idea. Wake her up.
Oh, that'd be the best.
Brilliant.
I'm too afraid of her to do that, but if I wish I could, because it would be a
She'd
great
kill
bet, and we should do it for the show, but I won't do it, Dave, because I'm afraid of my cousin because she's way stronger than I am.
True.
How come the women in the Van Dyke family are so much stronger than the men?
Fucking killers.
It's not that they're stronger, even like because we're strong men. It's just that they're meaner or more vicious. Is that what it is?
Yeah.
There's something more like that where they would definitely beat you in a fight. Like,
If they put a hockey team together,
yeah, women against the men.
oh,
They're
they would-
cunning.
I don't even think they would wear skates. They would just like come out in their bare feet and then just claw your eyes out, right?
and then go out drink you at the bar too.
Yeah, and then call you a pussy all night, right?
Pretty much.
I wouldn't play them.
No.
I wouldn't play the Van Dyke ladies, not even for a second.
It'd kill me.
You grew up with 3 of them right in your 4 of them really in your house,
Yeah.
right in your house. They could kill you at any time.
Anytime. That's why I was just quiet.
out
Pretend
my
I'm not
room.
there. If I could just slip out of those doors, I'd be fine. Today's gonna be a good day. Where's my dad?
Hey guys, we were running late on this, and we haven't even burnt my bridges yet. So we should just get to one more person, and that's our cheese lady. Can you do the cheese lady thing?
Well, I'm checking on the cheese lady, on the cheese lady, checking on the cheese lady. She's always on the run. Checking on the cheese lady, on the cheese lady, checking on the cheese lady. She's always having fun. Checking on the cheese lady, on the cheese lady, checking on the cheese lady. She's always on the run. Checking on the cheese lady, on the cheese lady, checking on the cheese lady. Teresa, what you've done? What up, Teresa?
What has Teresa done?
I don't know.
You know, Teresa sent a couple of messages last week, and one of them was she said the hashtag cheese lady. She's getting the hashtag going, eh? Because it's going to catch on worldwide.
Yeah.
Cheese lady is not happy about coming back to this cold weather, but you guys warm my heart with laughter.
Oh, wow, that's nice.
Hashtag Dutch Hall dating game should be interesting. Laugh my ass off. And then she
idea.
sent another message saying, one request, no naked paintball dates. No naked paintball dates.
It's very specific.
Very specific. Almost as though she's had a naked paintball date before and it didn't go well.
Bad experience, even.
Is that what everyone thinks or just me?
No, I
Sounds
think
right.
that.
Yeah, we all think that, right? The cheese lady had a naked paintball date with someone and it went poorly. I'm saying, shot to the labia.
Yeah, bruised vagina. First thing that comes to my mind.
That doesn't heal overnight.
That hurts a lot.
You got weeks of a blistered and bruised.
Things are tight.
Not to
Closed
mention
up.
trying
Vulva.
to wash the paint off.
What?
Where you don't want
Not to mention trying to wash the paint
Oh,
off.
that paint. Yeah, that paint gets right up in your wazoo. Hey?
It'll get you.
You'll be picking paint chips out of that out of your bunghole for months, you know.
All right, we'll scratch.
Anyways,
scratch
cheese lady,
that one
I will
off the
make
list.
a solemn promise to you, and Charters will too. We will not do that. We will not make you go on a naked paintball date, but we will maybe make you go on a number of other naked dates, knowing that you're up for naked dates. And so, thank you. We still need to get 3 bachelors.
Yep.
I got a couple in mind. One is married.
One bachelor is married.
Yeah, one bachelor is definitely married, but he has no interest in ever having sex with his wife. So I think that still
Throwing them in
counts.
the old mix, eh?
Can I throw him in the mix? And I'm looking for a couple other ones, but they're all very bad choices, right? For the cheese lady. So the fact that she still wants to go through with this is mind-boggling to me.
Right in a bottle.
Puts it right in a bottle. Anyways, cheese lady, you're brave because we are going to set you up with some real whack jobs.
Good luck.
Yeah, good luck.
Go get him, Tiger.
But anyways, if you do need cheese, there's only one place to get it. It's the Second Mouse in Delhi. Go over and meet Teresa. Tell them the Dutch Hall sent you. And you know what she's going to do? She's going to put another piece of cheese on the platter for our grand opening when we invite her.
Can't wait for
And
it.
you know what? I'm going to have to do this sooner than later. Teresa, we miss you. We want to have you in the new place. Come down and visit us. So I'll reach out to you next week and we'll get a date where you can come in and visit us, Teresa. And I don't know if we got anything quick we can do for the Haitian dwarf, but yeah, just go.
Pete's pink sock took too much cock.
Perfect.
Yeah, very good, Paul.
Hi-ho, it's off to bed we go. Pete's big sock took too much cock. Hi-ho, hi-oh.
Oh,
His pink sock.
this what happens right here. This is my brother Paul. What we did was we overloaded him with work for years, right? Not only this guy built houses all day long, he builds houses, right? He runs a crew. He's a business owner. You know, he's a father of three. He brings them all to hockey. You know, the guy like is burning the candle at both ends, as they would say. And not only did I make him be my bartender, but also my director, my bus driver, loaded on to Paul. Can you be my announcer at the beginning of the show? Can you also be the spokesperson for NORPAC?
The beef people.
Yeah. This is how it goes, right? And I'm like, Paul's just says because he's a good person, yes, Pete, whatever for my brother, I'll do it, you know? And then I noticed that he's starting to become a piece of shit on the show like week after week, you know? And then I'm like, oh, you know, something's wrong with him. He's garbage. Every day he does nothing. And then he's sleeping and bitching all the time. And then I realize I'm overloading him with work. I need to take it off of Paul, my brother. So I do. And then he comes up with a fucking sweet ass line on the fly. No problem. Insulting me perfectly. Tied into the opening bit. Paul nailed it. Let's give him a round of applause, people. And you know what that is? That's a result of Tyler Shasma taking out the director things off his shoulders and letting Paul's creative spirits juices come to the top. So everything's working out gravy. All right, Haitian Dwarf, he gave us a message on iTunes. He gave us 5 stars. And he said after... Wait, what did he total this one? He goes, after all these years, he calls this one, I can't believe I got bumped. That's the whole message. Really? I can't believe you got bumped. Wes, I don't know if you know this, Wes, but when you missed the show the other week, we had to punish the listening audience because you decided that your job that you were quitting, that you had no interest in staying at, was more important than this program, which is a future late night comedy, right? And you gave up. Yeah, you should be sorry. And you know what we did to the general public? We had a guest book that night, the Haitian Dwarf. And because of your decision, your punishment was that we gave that from the rest of the public and we blamed it on you. It was your fault. And also now we know you don't listen to the show, which is also sad. And so I'm just going to tell you right now, Wes, I'm just disappointed in every way. So we had to bump the Haitian Dwarf. Maybe next time Wes will show up HD and we'll get you on the show. That's all I can try to promise you. And also, Denmark, what up, buddy? We're taking Denmark by storm.
We're also neutral.
Yeah, I don't know what you guys are into. Maybe Danishes. What I like is a little apple on that. Maybe some cheese, right?
Yeah.
We have a cheese lady.
Yeah, cheese lady will put some cheese on a Danish. Charles eat the shit out of that.
Oh, yeah, cherry cheese.
What he does is he adds some more shit to it. Which I like. Hey? That's what I like about you, buddy. We're going to be friends forever. So, that's it for feedback. We got feedback. If you'd like to, give us an email, livefromthedutchhall@gmail.com, or you can like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and do a lot of stuff. We are either live from the Dutch Hall or Dutch Hall. Now it is time for the main event of the show. We have to do this quickly. We've gone long already. We have to burn all my bridges in my whole life, in my professional career, so I can never go back. So I have no safety net whatsoever to go back to.
Do it.
Because I believe the only true, if you're going to pursue a personal interest that's frivolous, maybe a little bit fantastical, maybe a little irresponsible, you need to remove all safety nets in order to maintain commitment. Otherwise, you will not have enough commitment to make it work. You will fucking go back to the safety net because it's really fucking hard to make something ridiculous work. So I decided in order to make me have a shot at making this work, I have to remove my safety nets. I have to burn my bridges. So let's start with every place I've ever worked. Okay, Norfolk Co-op. Norfolk Co-op, you are bankrupt. I have nothing to do for you. You can never hire me again. Most of the people that work there are dead. Right? So Norfolk Co-op, the bridge has been burned before I got a chance to light a match.
God bless you, Burns.
Yeah, I love Burns. And so now we go to, I'm going to go next, CIBC. CIBC is one of the largest, the 5 major banks in Canada. I worked there for 2 months, right? My skill set allows me to get a job there anytime. If I was to decide to put this aside and go back and work for a bank, CIBC would probably give me a job there because there's not a lot of people that can do what I do. I got to tell you, CIBC, go fuck yourself. Go take your, take everything that you have in your fucking evil building and shove it right up your own ass, CIBC. And I don't like anything about your business. You're anti-human. You don't think about people. You're absolutely evil. Your employees sometimes are good people, but their employer, you, the bank, CIBC, fuck them over every chance you get, and your customers. Go fuck yourself, CIBC. Never hire me again. Please never hire me again. You evil fucking cocks. Right. There you go. Can I please say that bridge is burnt?
Yep.
Hey, can I go Hubert Couples? Go fuck yourself. Is that just one for the locals? That one makes me laugh. I'm sure my dad will be laughing at home too about that one. Anyways, the next place I worked was also a bank, RBC, Royal Bank of Canada. Royal Bank of Canada, I worked for you for 4 days. 4 days before I came to my senses and realized you motherfuckers are a prison. I don't remember one of you. I worked there for 4 days. I don't remember one of your names. It was the worst decision of my life because you guys are the most evil fuckers. You're no different than CIBC. You're the same fucking thing. And you don't have anything good to offer anyone. You're just about douchebag money and all that rest of it. I didn't like anybody I met there. It was the worst place I've ever worked. And I never want to be back there again. So Royal Bank of Canada, you can go fuck yourself. And if you want to put in TD, Scotia, and Bank of Montreal, hey, I never worked for you, but I'm pretty sure you're shit. Go fuck yourself. There you go. Burn those bridges too. I'm never going back. Hey, credit unions, you're a little bit better than the banks. Go fuck yourself. Done with you too. Now, this is the hardest one. This is the place I worked the longest. This is the place I put in 15 years. Solid. Farm Credit Canada, FCC. And I got to tell you, as much as I'm against the nature of the banking business, Farm Credit Canada was not profit driven. They were mandated by the government of Canada, and so they were sometimes had to do things that were good and not right for money. To be honest, of all the places I worked, they were the only ones with a conscience, and you were the only people that, for the most part, the people that were working there were doing what's best for the customer. So I do like you the best of everyone I've ever worked, but your middle management are a bunch of fucking retards. And seriously, I worked for probably 5 or 6 different managers, and they were all like the dumbest people I've ever worked for, and some of the most morally corrupt, degenerate assholes I've ever met, right? And so for that reason, go fuck yourself. I'm never going back to you guys again. And that's it. That pretty much does it. I don't know if I can get hired anywhere else. Nobody really would hire me. I'm pretty sure by this point in time, from what I've exposed to myself about myself. But this is a great dream of mine that's come to fruition, and I'd like to thank everyone that listened to it to the very end. I really do think that everyone should, at one point in time, look at what they're doing a day to day, and when they don't like it, tell your boss or whatever you're doing, go fuck yourself, right? Isn't that a nice, this is a Jerry Springer moment at the end where we tie it all together.
It's liberating.
Yeah, it's liberating. Hey, if you guys are living a miserable life, just quit, then go through a horrible depression for a while, then nearly lose everything that you hold dear in your life, then find something that's like something that fits you well and buy a church and then have a great time. No big deal. Eh? That's the advice I give you for this week. If you'd like to, tell your friends, listen to our program if you like this one. Otherwise, we will see you next Thursday. Hit it, fellas.